Hello, welcome back to another episode of the Chronicles of Sovik. As you can see, start of this episode, something slightly different. We're in Orgrimmar and we are going to take the Zeppelin to Thunderbluff. Now, let me get on this first before it disappears and I'll explain what we're doing. Let's move up to the front. So, the reason we're actually taking the Zeppelin to Thunderbluff is for a couple of reasons. Number one is we haven't been there as yet, so it'd be nice to actually go down there. Number two, we're still questing in the Southern Barrens. We're down in Desolation Hold, which is kind of over in this area down here. And all our quests are down there. Now, in terms of using the auction house, using the bank and any other facilities, it's a lot quicker to go from Desolation Hold into Thunderbluff than what it is keep going away up to Orgrimmar the entire time. So, as we're down this neck of the woods, I thought, you know, it's just going to be a lot easier, a lot more simpler to go to Thunderbluff, use that as our sort of our base for the foreseeable future. For all, you know, auctioning, banking, and all those various bits and pieces. Maybe going to see professions. It's a lot more compact as well than Orgrimmar, so it just makes more sense. I've also sent my Hearthstone to Desolation Hold as well. So as soon as we're in Thunderbluff, we will fly over there so we can unlock the flying path, which we haven't done as yet, and that's the reason why we're having to take the Zeppelin over there. Another option which we could have done is to go on foot. It would have taken us a long time to get round there. We'd have gained a lot of experience just going to a load of different new zones to get back into Mulgore. So I've decided to bin all that off and just grab the Zeppelin to Thunderbluff itself. Now, for those who've never took the Zeppelin to Thunderbluff before, we sort of took off from sort of this area over here in Orgrimmar, so just sort of northern side of the Valley of Strength. And the Zeppelin itself is, you know, there's no sort of speeding up of time, instantly travelling there. You literally do travel there on the Zeppelin, so you can kind of see what's going on, what's underneath you as you go over there. So it's quite a scenic sort of flight. It's not something you really ever need to take once you've unlocked a flying pass, but the first time, if you're trying to get to Thunderbluff from Orgrimmar, this is definitely the easiest way. And also, it doesn't cost no money. You haven't got to pay a fare. It doesn't cost any gold or anything along those lines, so it's you know, fairly straightforward. Now, I did try and record this a few minutes ago, and I fell off the Zeppelin, so I didn't die. So this is actually the second take of doing this. So you know, it is what it is. But there we go. Okay, so let's give you a quick catch up. What's been going on since then? So we're still clearly level 20. We haven't put any further experience on, and I haven't done anything with the professions. Dual crafting and mining is still both in its infancy. Obviously that's showing the Cataclysm dual crafting rather than the vanilla dual crafting. We're still at 90 and we haven't made any progress on that. With regard to mining, mining is at 1. I think we've only got 1, sorry, mining is at, I think it's 2 now. Yeah, so we've got 1 ore node, which was the iron ore in the last episode. Something I do need to try and do is start working on that, building it up to get the ore, so then we can actually start making simpler rings and necklaces, which we will need. In terms of what's in our bags at the moment, fairly empty. I've started to collect these dual crafting recipes that I've picked up, so I've not thrown them back on the auction house. I've also picked up 3 pieces of gear, which I'll equip now. Let's bring up our current equipment. So the first piece I've got here is a Spirit Chaser Staff of a Fire Flash, which cost me 20 gold. It's actually on the auction house now. I bought this a couple of days ago. It's actually on the auction house now for 16 gold. But it gives us a 132% upgrade on our current staff, so we're going to equip that. That's us now coming to Mulgore. I've also picked up a necklace, which, you know, I'd probably be able to make in due course, but it only cost me 5 gold. Currently going for 66 gold, so we'll equip that. That's a 289% upgrade on what I've got already, so let's quickly equip that. And finally, I picked up a pair of Frostweave gloves, which cost me 4 gold. Again, very similar price at the market at the moment, going for 3 gold, 97, a 37% upgrade. Now, the reason I bought all these items is I did feel that over the last sort of few levels, we actually haven't had much of an upgrade in terms of the equipment that we've got. We've got several pieces of equipment through questing, which hasn't been an upgrade, and I felt that, you know, some of the fights were a little bit more tricky than what they needed to do. So I had a quick scan on the auction house, bought some very cheap items. I'm not spending hundreds of gold or anything. You know, 20 gold I think was the most I spent on a piece, just to give myself a bit of a boost and a bit of help actually in combat. Okay, so here we are at Thunderbluff. Let's make sure we don't fall off this one. And I'll show you where this lands in. This is where it takes you into Spirit Rise here. So we're going to try and move into this central area of Thunderbluff over here. So let's mount up on our wolf. And let's head over in this direction. Now, I don't actually know there was a port for Silver Moon now. I don't know if that's a new one. So again, if you've never been to Thunderbluff before, you're new to the game, it's, you know, I really like it as in terms of a capital city. You've got a number of different areas in Thunderbluff itself, all sort of connected by these high bridges, and you sort of come into little towers like this and then drop down again. So it's really, really good. Okay, where are we now? We're almost there. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to the mailbox first of all, see what we're sold, see what we haven't sold, clear that, and then we'll start looking to head back into Southern Barrens. So the mailbox. So let's get rid of all the ones which have expired first, because they all need to be relisted. Okay, so last time I cleared the mailbox was about 3 days ago, and let's see what we've got rid of. So the mage weave shoulders, the heavy woolen pants are all tailoring bits and pieces. Again, I'm just trying to get rid of all that sort of stuff. A little bit of linen cloth, got rid of that as well. That actually went for very cheap. Mail combat armour, I believe was an auction house flip, so that went. Some more tailoring bits and pieces there. Rough stone. So when I upgraded, or looked to level up my professions, my jewel craft, and I had to buy some rough stone, that was what was left over, so that sold that on. Not going to need that again. The Solstice robe was one of the Crossroads vendor items again, so it's another one of those sold. 94 gold on that. The 3 pieces of lion meat, which we collected, I think, in the last recording, or recording before that, we managed to sell that for 139 gold, which is very nice. Got rid of a bit more of our skinning. I think maybe all the skins we've collected, that's gone. Again, coarse stone, very similar to the rough stone. We needed that to level up our professions. That's gone as well. Again, I don't think we've got any of that left. Some more tailoring bits and pieces there. Some more stone. Okay, so the cured heavy hides, which I bought for either a few silver up to a couple of gold, sold 5 of them, and that got me 429 gold after auction house cuts, which is very good. And we've also sold another one of the enchant gloves, greater agility, which we've got a stack of, which we picked up cheap, so that's gone as well. So let's get rid of all this sold. That adds up to 1,478. Now you can see in there as well, I've actually picked up an item I've bought, which I've left in the mailbox, for Fox Hollow Robes of Yora, which I picked up for 50 silver. Let's take that. Now that is not something I intend on wearing, that's something I intend on flipping. And you can currently see on the auction house there are none. It cost me 50 silver. I bought that earlier on today, and it's got a very good sell rate for a level 11 cloth chest item. It's got some haste, got some versatility. So we should be able to make a nice little bit of profit on that. So let's go and quickly list all these items up, and then we can be on our way. So the auctioneers are over in this area here. Right, so what have we got here? Oh, the heavy quiver still hasn't sold yet. In fact, someone's put one on for 48,000, so I can't be the only one that's got one. So let's put this one on at, let's put it on for say 20,000. See what happens with his price. The black mage weave gloves. How many pairs of them have I got? 1. Let's just get that on for whatever the lowest is at the moment. We've got 2 black mage weave vests left. Again, let's just look to get rid of this stock. Heavy woolen gloves in the same category. And the heavy woolen pants, 3 of them. Let's shift that as well. That's the Fox Hollow robes. Okay, so the reason it said that there was none on 1 hour 22 minutes ago is I dare say it's kind of looking at my item level. So this is item level 42, which requires level 34. So they're almost 2 different beasts. This is a much lower, but still very good cloth piece of equipment. You know, a lot of people will be after, rather than this one. So I'm not going to dictate my price, which I'm going to list, by the price of this one, because it's multiple levels higher. You know, even I can't wear that. So what I'm going to do with this one is I'm actually going to throw that one on for 100 gold, or 99 gold. So it's not the cheapest on the auction house. It's not even the second cheapest on the auction house. But for the level of what it is, I think someone might be interested in that. So let's throw that on. If we don't, we can always just adjust the price accordingly. That's all junk because we've just changed it over, and that is us. We've still got the goblin wand from the last recording as well, just in case I get a really good offhand. But I actually think that the new weapon we picked up is even better than that. Yeah, so I probably don't need this one either. So let's just tuck this away over here. Cool, right, let's go and sell that junk, then we can be on our way. There's a vendor here, so sell all this stuff off. Okay, great. Right, so the flight dude is up here. In fact, where are all my minions? I don't seem to have got off the Zeppelin when I did. Okay, so straight up here. Let's unlock Tal, the Wind Rider Master, and let's get ourselves back into Desolation Hold. As you can see on the map there, it's just a lot easier than whizzing our way back up to Orgrim with bits and pieces. Okay, so in terms of quests, quick reminder of what we've got. So we've got the Butcher of Torajo, which is killing General Hawthorne. We've got the Sillifish, which is killing the Sillifish swarms, and there's 10 of them. We've got Flightmare, which is using the grappling hook to kill the Wild Hammer mercenaries. And then we've got Claim the Battle Scar, which is killing 10 Triumph Vanguards slain in that area, and we've got a Scout Flag. As well as this Rusty Saw, which we've got to use to get body parts for, what's the chap's name? Calder. So we need to do all those as well. So they're all kind of roughly in the same area, as you can see down there, with the exception of number 1, the General, who appears to be a little bit to the north. So it shouldn't be overly difficult. So the plan today, let's skip through all those quests, see how long that sort of kind of takes us. What I want to try and do is over the next sort of few recordings is push on to level 30, because level 30 I believe is when I'm going to be able to fly, and that'd be really useful. That'll give me an opportunity off stream to actually off recording to go around and collect some of the ore, because we obviously changed the professions, and to catch back up on that, push on with the jewel crafting, and then again off recordings I can start making some of the rings and necklaces and get them on the auction house. It'll also give me a way off recording to actually make some gold as well. So if I want to go and do an hour's worth of iron ore farming, for instance, I can kind of do that away from this sort of series, throw them on the auction house. It gives me a way of making some gold as well. Now I do know, I believe that the Dark Moon Fair is back on tonight, as in from, yeah, midnight tonight. So that's back on. So again, that gives us another option if I'm not quite at level 30, you know, the next sort of few recordings, just to go back there and make some more gold. The gold balance is still looking pretty good. We're now up to 130,000, so we're still not quite at a US WoW token price yet, which is probably about 140 to 150, but we're not a million miles off. Okay, and here we are. In fact, I didn't actually need to fly here, did I? I could use a half stone. Okay, so let's be on our way, and let's get on with some of these quests. Okay, now I think the closest one to us is actually this Silliford Swarmers. Half and number 2, yeah, so it's around here. Now, is this what I'm supposed to be throwing this pitch at? I believe it is. There we go, blimey. There's a lot of them. That's 2 kills. Didn't expect that many to pop out from there. There is a lot. They're not actually doing me a great deal of damage, which is pretty good. That's 5 kills, and that's 6. You can't leak bodies, which isn't necessarily a problem. Oh, there's a rare up there. Silliford Harvester. Been a while since we've actually had a rare, so let's go and get him. Again, there's no real changes to our rotations. We're still using the same spells at the moment. And in fact, there's some Baron's Operative field agents just popped up next to us as well, so we need to kill him. Let's try and drain some life from the Silliford Harvester. Switch on to the Operative. Again, my Succubus is doing a good job. She's got most of the threats at the moment. Very good. Okay, all done. So what do we pick up? We got the Fortified Belt of the Aura. Let's give her a bit more health. Give her a top up, and we'll have a look at this. Have a look at this belt, which we picked up, see if it's worth anything, or even if it's usable. So the Fortified Belt of Yora is a male item. 6 on the auction house at the moment, going for 66 gold. So again, nothing too crazy there. But again, gives us a little bit of gold we can make, get that listed. Okay, that's 7 done. I think we're still going to need one more after killing these 2. Here we are. Okay, 9 done. Do we need to kill these things? No, we don't. Right, let's go back over here, see if I can use this one again. Here we go. Okay, so we've got a few on this side. And that's them all killed. So that's 10 and 10. Again, no real issues killing them. Whether the upgrade on our gear has made much of a difference, I'm not entirely sure, but we seem to be going through them quite quickly. Okay, right. So let's push on now. We'll hand that one back in a minute. I don't need to kill any more of those. Okay, so let's go for this general. Let's get him out of the way with first, because I know he's tucked away to one side, just to the north. This is a battle scar, so at least we know where that is. In fact, there's an ore over here. Let's go and grab that. What is it? Iron deposit. 2 heavy stone, 1 iron ore, which I'm sure will be useful later. Can we chop up that body? We can. We don't even need to kill him for that. And there we go, some body parts called severed extremities. How many do we get? 2. Okay, so that was easy. So we just need to find the bodies. We don't necessarily need to kill them ourselves. Okay, so let's kind of go up here towards the general direction of where this General Hawthorne actually is. Some more iron here. Let's grab that. Okay, I think we're probably going to have to attack this one as he's on our path. And we can use a saw anyway. Now we do need to kill these. We need to kill 10 of these anyway. Okay, simple enough. So let's loot him. Let's chop him up. Okay, got a massive pile of body parts there. That's 1. Okay, so I think you're getting 2 each time, which means we need to kill 8, and we need to kill 10 of these anyway, so again, not really too much of an issue. Right, let's keep our eyes peeled. It says for the general he's a couple of 100 yards away as yet. I can't see him unless he wanders up and down this road. Right, he's not here. Not up on this hill, is he? Can't even get up there. No, so I dare say he probably walks up and down the road somewhat. Let's have a look at the map. So let's head back into like the main area, see if we can pick him up. We haven't got an item to actually... Oh, speak with Carthog and lure out... Oh, there he is. So we're going to have to speak to him first, I dare say. Carthog, slow down, friend. You say the general is coming? Now there's a trophy for my wall. I'll distract the bodyguards, but it'll be up to you to kill General Hawthorne himself. Are you ready to strike? I am, Carthog, for the Horde.
For the Horde.
Okay, is that all I need to do? It is. Okay, so let's find this this General Hawthorne. Are we waiting for him to do something? Okay, there we go. He's taking on the 2 guards. Let's kill the general ourselves. Not giving us too much problems at the moment. Using shadow bolts just to take them up and down a little bit. Use a bit of drain life just to give ourselves a bit of top up. And that's him done. Okay, let's kind of help with these guys, because they might actually count as kills for us as well. And we can actually loot these. We don't actually get any of the... they don't count for any of the 10 which we need. We can use a saw? Yeah, we can use a saw on these as well. So we can actually use this to get some of these severed extremities at the same time, which is good. So there's another one there. So that's 5 of 15. 6 of 15. Unfortunately, the general's gone. Right, so that's that one done. That was fairly straightforward. So we still need to get these Wild Hammer mercenaries. We need these, so let's kill these on the way. Done well, we managed to just get one, not track both of them. Let's Triumph Vanguard. Okay, 2 of 10. Again, we need to remember to chop these up. Okay, it looks like just one extremity there. Let's get this one. That's him done. Let's chop him up. We've got 2 severed extremities or fat guard. Okay, so that's 9 of 15, so we probably need another 4 more. And we still need to kill 7 more of them anyway. Again, it's not really too much of a hassle fighting. It's all over the place, these alliance vanguards. Again, no problems without going. Use a saw on him. Just a 1 this time. Who's this guy walking up and down? He's a captain. I'm not sure I don't think he's going to be too much more tougher. Silk cloth from him. Not that we need it anymore. We've dropped tailoring now. Okay, 1 from him. Oh, someone's just spawned up behind us. Which isn't a problem. I'm going to use a bit of drain life on him. Our health's about 50%. It'll just give us a little bit of a boost. Again, let's finish him with drain life. Okay, I've got some Stormwind Brie from him. Let's chop him up. Okay, so that's 12. That's 13. And that looks like one. No, he's one of our ones. You keep an eye for these griffins flying above our heads. Okay, let's get this one as well. Six of 10. Oh, we actually got an item from him. Hulking chest guard. Let's have a look at that. Let's pick up his body parts first, clearly. Okay, so the Hulking chest guard is... Wow. Okay, so Hulking chest guard is a male chest piece. Clue was in the title. Level 14, gives int, stamina or agility. So it's pretty good. 4 in the auction house at the moment with a minimum buyer of 12,000 gold. Which looks pretty good. Now, the sell rate is very modest at 0.01, which is as low as you can possibly get. But with a min of 12,000 and region sale average of over 3,000, that is a decent little find, that is. So we'll get that on listed on the auction house. Make some gold off that. Okay, we need to start finding these flying dudes. Let's go and grab this ore first, though, because we definitely still need that. I think it's the same piece I had beforehand, and I'm probably going to get involved in a fight. We are. That's fine. We've got the ore first. We need to kill these vanguards still. So let's just kill him quickly. And we still need one more body part. So at least this will be the last one using the saw itself. Let's quickly dismember him. Okay, we got 2 pieces, but we only need 1. So that's that done. Okay, so we need to keep an eye out for these Wild Hammer mercenaries. Now it looks like there's one. Can we get him? No. We can't even get up that slope. I think we need to get back onto that piece of ground we were on before, potentially. Can we get past these 2? Yeah, so we got past them, no problem. So let's look up and see if we can find any more of these flying around. He's friendly. He isn't. Let's see if we can use it on him. There we go. Job done. We've got a Vanguard on us as well. So 2-on-2 situation. Using our succubus as well. Oh, that's shadow locked us. Let's bring life. Keep on top of that. Again, I'm just keeping an eye on my succubus's health. Don't really need her to go at the moment. Let's give her a bit of health. Thought he was dead. Okay, one down. Still shadow locked. Let's use drain life now, just give us a bit of top up. And of course we get another vanguard come over towards us. This might not be the best spot for trying to do these flying guys. Okay, let's give Nimlia a bit more health. And that's us back on board. Okay, so that's 1 of 5 kills for them. So let's see if we can get another one. Here's one. No, there he is, just in range. So let's bring him back down to us. Now the problem with this is, obviously as a warlock, I want to try and engage initially at range, and then as they come towards me, use my damage over time spell to sort of whip them down. Using this grappling hook doesn't give me that opportunity. What happens is I pull him pretty much on top of me, so straight away I'm being attacked, and I haven't got the benefit of applying the dots to knock his health down before he gets to me, which is slightly unfortunate, but the way it is. Okay, let's get that one. So you can see I'm tabbing on him now, and I can't actually do anything with him. But again, although I get shadow locked, using the damage over time spells just means that even when I am shadow locked, that's that storm hammer ability they've got, it's still knocking their health down. Okay, so that's 3 of 5. Is there any more flying above our heads? Here's one. Now we have got this, well, we did have someone actually down here, an NPC helping us, but he seems to have run off. There's that storm hammer ability of theirs, which has just shadow locked me again. I think it's the first time since we're leveling that we've really struggled actually being able to cast our abilities, because I mean, we've had a mob that's been able to counter it. But still, that's just a slight delay, it's nothing too drastic there. Okay, we've got a recipe from that. I've got a funny feeling that's a very cheap recipe from that guy. Right, so we need one more, but we also need, there's actually another task we need to do here as well. We still need to kill another vanguard, so let's wander over this direction. But there's one right above our heads. Let's grab him. Again, get the dots on him quite quickly. So that middle ability is Whiplash, and that's being cast by my succubus, if anyone's interested in what was going on there. Again, shadow locked. Not too much of a problem. If uses insta-cast Shadow Bolt and finish her off with some Drain Life. Okay, nearly done. We need one more of these Triumph Vanguards. And I think we need to scout the Battle Scar flag. So we need to go and find what that is as well. The Vanguards don't cause us anywhere near as much difficulties as what the Mercenaries do. Okay, so we must be almost on top of it now. Is that the flag? It must be. Let's go and grab this ore. And that's us leveled up. Okay, so we'll leave that spell where it is at the moment. We don't need to destroy anything through TSM. So we're now up to level 21. We just got Subjugate Demon ability, which sounds pretty good. Not that there's any demons here at the moment to subjugate. Okay, and that's it. So the Battle Scar flag has been scouted. Every quest has been done. So let's hightail it out of here and get back to Desolation Hold. We don't need to fight that guy, so let's just carry on running. Now, I think there's only one entrance in and out of Desolation Hold, so we're going to have to unfortunately run all the way around to it, which isn't a problem. And here we are. Okay, so we've got quite a few quests actually to hand in here. So let's go and speak to Crawgol to begin with. The Alliance is nothing swarms of those critter crawlies. Here's your bucket of burning pitch. This is Silverfish issues. You're covered in hot tar and bug juice. Don't worry, friend, it will come off someday. So 2,900 experience and 5 gold for completing that quest. And he's got another one for us. Firestone Point. I've been on top of this Silifid situation for almost a month, which makes me the local expert. Just last week, the Irvin Ring was visiting and wanted me to write down everything I know. Crawgol hands you a tattered book. I'm not much of a writer, or a reader for that matter, but this book is probably the most definitive thing ever written about this foe. Deliver it to Torna Skychaser down here in Firestone Point. It's south of here, just west of the main road. So again, this looks like one of those quests. You just get an item, hand it to the next guy, just to move you along a little bit. So let's accept that. Let's speak to Warlord Bloodhilt. Oh, so we've done 2 for him. Claim the battle scar. Excellent. You're my kind of warlock, Sovik. With your help, we'll throw these invaders back into the sea. Then there's the Butcher of Tarajo. Upon hearing the news, Bloodhilt snorts. His eyes gleam. He tips his head back and bellows a wet, cackling laughter that echoes between the blackened walls of Desolation Hold and reverberates throughout the hills beyond. So it is done. The Butcher of Tarajo is felled at last. Cut down in the streets like a dog. Fitting. You have done well, Sovik. You have sowed fear into our enemies, and soon we'll reap the harvest. And for that, we get the Cloak of Harvest Fear, which doesn't look like there's any upgrade of what we've got at the moment. Are we going to get an upgrade on that item? Of course not. Let's have a look how bad it is. Okay, so it's what we've got at the moment, because it's got the additional critical strike, is a 17% upgrade. So do we go for the critical strike or the stamina? I think we will probably keep it as it is. We'll take the critical strike. It is 17% rather than a couple of percent. Let's tuck this hulking vest down there. We also picked up that recipe, which is worth a amazing 79 silver, so we'll just bin that one off. Let's tuck this fortified belt down here as well, so we don't accidentally get rid of that. Okay, so he's got no follow-on quests for us. We've got one, I believe he's one outside, so we can't hand that in to him as yet. And I think we've got one maybe at the top of this slope here. So let's go, there he is. Let's go and hand this in. And this is Tamusa. So this is one we're using a grappling hook. Tamusa snorts as he takes back his hook. Vengeance feels hollow. Still, I could not allow them to go unpunished, and we get Flightmere Mantle for that, which again, similar theme, is no upgrade of what we've got already. He's got a follow-on quest called Torrent Vengeance. My people are not wrathful by nature, but sometimes the thirst for justice causes us to take up arms in anger. My old friend Garn Stonespire, on learning of the butchery in Tarajo, flew into a fury. Tribal elders could no longer hold his rage in check. Now he has all but parted ways with the Horde. He's gone rogue, Sovik, and seeks to lash out of the alliance with a small band of like-minded partisans. If you too seek vengeance, you will find him southeast of here at the foot of Baal Modan. So the quest objective on this one is to seek out Gan Stonespire at Spearhead in the Southern Barrens. So again, we'll accept that quest. Looks like another follow-on quest there as well. So I think that's us done here. I think we've got one more outside, which I believe is the butchery task. Parts is parts, so let's go and get that one handed in. And that's, I believe, potentially could be Desolation Hold done and dusted. So there he is, Coldar Grey. Do you get my parts? Let's give him his extremities and his bone saw back. Coldar peers into the sack of extremities and licks his lips with a dry black tongue. Oh my, this is exciting. Aren't you excited, Sovik? So, 2,900 experience again for that quest. Hearts is hearts. These parts, so lovely. Muscle and sinew and fingers and toes. I'm so hungry right now. But work must come first. Once I stitch this pile of parts together, I'm going to need a heart strong enough to pump sludge through this rat's nest of veins. I would use my own heart, but it's a shriveled up husk resembling a turnip. No, I need some real power. Get me a Kodo heart from one of those giant land quaker bulls to the south of the battle scar. So we need to slay a land quaker bull, one of the Kodo, south of the battle scar, and collect an enormous Kodo heart for 2,900 experience. So let's accept that. So we're not quite done here as yet. Let's see if we can find one of them. Now there were some Kodos around these Silifid mounds. Now is it the same one? I don't think it is. Was it Land Quaker? A Land Quaker bull we need, not the... Oh. Baron's operative suddenly just appeared from nowhere, so let's take him out. Someone giving us some assistance there. Let's kill. Oh, we've got some Ghost Walker pads of a Quick Blade. Let's have a quick look at what these are. Okay, so they're leather shoulder items. Requires item level 24. You need to be level 16 to equip them. 4 of them on the auction house. 222 is the minimum buy at the moment, with a region sale average of 684. The lowest possible sell rate of 0.04. So, you know, we weren't actually planning on attacking him. He just appeared from the shadows and got us. But something I can probably sell for 50 to 100 gold within a few days. That's quite good. Okay, so let's go and hunt down one of these. Who are we being attacked by? Can't see. Let's go and hunt down one of these land Quaker bulls just to the south of here. And in fact, the other 2 quests are further south as well from Desolation Hold. Right, that's not one of them. He's not a Kodo. So I'm guessing the female Kodos are neutral, and the one we need is one of these big ones over here. So, again, take him down range, agony, corruption, and then shadow bolt him down. He does appear to have a fair bit of health, actually. Yeah, so he's got pretty much double the health as what we're fighting some of those other mobs. He's using a Nerf Rumble ability on us, which doesn't appear to be doing too much damage. I'm not going to try and dodge out of that. Just drain a little bit of life, boost us back up again. And that is him finished. Fairly straightforward fight. There's the enormous Kodo heart. Very straightforward that is. We didn't actually go too far out of Desolation Hold. Let's go and hand that one back in. Yes, looking at the map, we've got 2 follow-on quests. One pretty much south and one pretty much southeast. Who are these guys? He sells explosives. Trank. Okay, he's got a few engineering bits and pieces here. Not that I'm going to buy any of it at the moment, we'll just kind of leave that. Okay, so let's go and hand this one back in. Hearts is hearts. Oh, is someone hiding around outside here? Because he keeps... There he is. Let's just kill him because he's annoying me there. I think this was one of the earlier quests, wasn't it? When we had to go and get some information from one of these guys. No worries, if he's gagging for a fight, we'll kill him off. Yeah, we're not going to accept the guild invite at this stage. Let's go and speak to Calder Grey again. Hand this one in. Calder grasps a gigantic heart in both hands, squeezing it and listening to the valves slurp and squish. His pale mask of a face splits open into an enormous childlike grin. It is so very important to loved one's work, wouldn't you agree, Sovik? Calder chucks the heart over his shoulder into a waist-high pile of entrails. So that's our 2,900 experience again for that. Smarts is smarts. My monstrosity is taking shape. All that's left is to stuff his skull with something useful. I'm talking about brain, Sovik, and here I'm going to be picky. The abomination, or bombification process, causes significant brain damage, so it's best to start with someone smart. One of the Alliance officers should do nicely. Seek out one of the captains on the far side of the battle scar, and try not to damage the goods while you kill him. So kill a Triumph captain on the far side of a battle scar and acquire a fresh brain. Under that we actually get an item. And this is an intelligence dagger called the Neurosurgeon's Tool, which is on par in terms of item level with what we've got at the moment, but obviously we've got a two-handed staff with extra critical strike and haste, so I dare say it's not going to be of any use, but we'll accept that as well. Now, we have seen one of these Baron's captains, or Triumph captains, because he was the one riding around on a horse, if I remember rightly, when we were looking for the vanguards earlier on, so we know exactly what we're after. We might be lucky as well and pick up another couple of pieces of ore down in this. So let's try and cut across. None of those ones. I dare say he's going to be on another horse again, so let's just jump across there. And let's go straight up over this side. See if we can find one fairly quickly and pick him off. That's a vanguard. Now we saw him over. That looks like one. Again, we don't want to try and get a lot of them involved at the same time. we might be able to just pick him off from there without attracting anybody else's attention, which we have. So that's the captain. Again, he didn't prove to be sort of any sort of worthwhile foe last time, so we should kill him quite quickly. And indeed we have. So did we get brains from him? We did. So again, first one, we got one. So let's back the way we came. Probably don't want to jump right down there. That will do. Jump across this bit. Okay, it's got some ore up here. Can I grab that and get out of here? No, so clearly one of the operatives was guarding the ore node. Let's just kill him quickly. Again, no problems there. Let's get back to getting this ore. Now, the reason why we're only getting like one piece of iron ore each time, one heavy stone, is because our mining is so low. You know, we should be looking at digging up copper ore at this stage. But because we're like level 3 or 4 mining. So what I will look to do once we get the flying sorted out is I'll probably have to go back, pick up a load of copper ore, pick up some iron ore, etc, etc. But for the stage, for now, for the next sort of few levels, when we do see these iron ore nodes, unfortunately it is going to be sort of a single iron ore each time. Okay, let's give him his fresh brain. Calder holds the brains in an outstretched hand while withdrawing a gore-caked multi-tool from his belt. Wonderful work. Now the secret here is to leave the reptilian nervous systems intact while removing the high cognitive functions. We can't have our new friend developing a conscience or remembering his alliance. Calder digs and snips at the brain, removing large chunks. And we're finished. How lovely. So we get our neurosurgeon dagger. That's us leveled up. So when we've also achieved Desolation Hold. So we've got 2 more bits left in the Southern Barons quest storyline. Firestone Point and Spearhead, which I believe is the next 2 quests. And then obviously we've got to go back and finish off that Hunter's Hill piece. Okay, so we've got a couple of spells to look at here. So from a previous level, we've got Subjugate Demon, which is a 2.9 second cast spell. Subjugates the target demon up to a level 23. So 1 level above us, force it to do your bidding for 5 minutes. Again, not quite useful at this stage because there's no demons around here. And we've got Fell Domination. Your next Imp, Voidwalker, Succubus, Fell Hunter or Fell Guard summon spell has its casting time reduced by 5.5 seconds. So let's tuck that up here. So if we do lose our demon, our minion at any stage, we can use that first and then get effectively almost an instant cast, I believe. So I think the cast spell is 5.7 seconds. And that reduces it by 5.5, so it's going to be a split second summon, which is very nice. Okay, so I think at this stage, before we move on to Firestone Point and Spearhead, I believe, I think I'll probably call it for this recording. We've been going for some sort of time now. What I'll probably look to try and do is maybe bounce straight into the next recording rather than going back to Thunderbluff, because we've only just gone from there and I can't see anything selling too quickly. So, yeah, progress has been made. As I said, just 2 more points now. There's not much left of this Southern Barons before we've wrapped that up. We're now up to level 22. I don't think we've got any gear sat in our bags or waiting to equip. That's 23. That's 23. That's 27. And that's obviously a tabard. So we've got a weapon here at 23, which we can use, which is 14% upgrade on what we've got at the moment, which we will equip. And we've got these breeches of a quick blade hair, which at next level we can equip them as well. So we've got a couple of pieces of gear just sat here waiting. Again, not worth selling either of those 2 items at 5 gold each. And then we've got another weapon here when we get to level 27, which we could use. So I'll have to have a look at that and just see how much better it is than what we've got at the moment. I do like it though, the Bringer of Death. We are a warlock, so I did think it was quite fitting. Yeah, but again, we'll have to have a look at that. So for now, thanks again for watching. Hope you're enjoying the series. Next recording, we'll finish this off and then we'll see where we are before we start getting into some instances. So until next time, goodbye.